Residents of Santa Maria are in mourning, trying to come to terms with what happened. More than 230 people died in a nightclub on Sunday, most of them from smoke inhalation. The victims were laid out in this gymnasium. LIESEANI DUTRA LOPEZ's cousin died in the fire. Ricardo was just 24 years old.
I can't express myself. I'm in pain. We never expected this. He was my cousin, but he was like my brother. We grew up together. It's difficult for me to speak.
The identification process went on, with the police, army and dozens of volunteers helping the victims' relatives.
There's about 40 coffins here, and every other minute another one arrives. People are still trying to recover from the shock. Authorities say that most of those who died were between 16 and 20 years old.
Those who were underage reportedly lied to be allowed inside the club. On Sunday, President Dilma Rousseff left a summit in Chile and rushed to Santa Maria. A 3-day mourning period begins on Monday. Brazil has cancelled celebrations in Brasilia to mark 500 days before the 2014 World Cup.
We want to give solidarity for the tragedy. President Dilma has decided the federal government will give all support necessary to the state, the city, the families, so that we can deal with the suffering and try to save the lives we can from this tragedy.
An investigation into what caused the fire is ongoing, but witnesses say it started when members of a performing band lit a flare or some fireworks on stage. Media reports suggest the club had only one door, and that in the initial confusion, security guards may have prevented people from leaving before paying their bar bill. Some people are angry, but the main concern now for the victims' relatives is putting their loved ones to rest.
I feel a lot of sadness because I lost my son in this tragedy. My son was full of life. He was only 27 years old.
This is the second largest fire tragedy in Brazil's history. Over 500 died in a circus fire back in 1961. Those who lost loved ones in Sunday's blaze may be too overcome with grief to feel much anger yet, but people here are desperate to know what went wrong. Teresa, Al Jazeera, Santa Maria, Brazil.